Welcome back to Cardcaptor Sakura Anime Review Part 8. This one reviewing the first 5 episodes of Season 2, episodes 36 to 40. I thought initially this season was going to be 13. I thought I misread it was actually 13 episodes. It's actually 11. So yeah, the next video we'll do for this particular review series will be the last 6 episodes of the season before I move on to Season 3. So yeah, really quick season. Though I did watch the first couple episodes mostly yesterday. The first episode, Stormy Weather. Yep. Start of a new school year. Sakura is a 5th grader, along with pretty much everybody else, which means that she's probably going to junior high probably in a couple years. Though the way that, from what I heard, how used to school worked is that elementary school kids basically went to middle school when they were in the 7th grade, not the 6th. Like it is here. That's what it was used to be, but they changed around a bit. And plus, high school used to have 3 school years instead of 4. Yeah, middle school was actually 7th through 9th, and high school was 10th through 12th. They've switched around a bit, where 6th through 8th is middle school now, and 9th through 12th. The only ones I know, because my parents mentioned it when they were younger, that's how they went to school back then. Apparently, that's kind of how it is in Japan. Somehow, I'm not really sure. So, Sakura starts as 5th grader. Like on the way to school, she runs the Aikido, which Aikido does not ride his bicycle to school because his bicycle's in the shop. Okay? She also gives Sakura basically a present, basically start with 5th grade. A watch, which becomes a minor plot point in this episode. Everybody's like so happy, and of course she doesn't have to change classes. In the case of Tomoyo, he's still with the Aikido in the same counter class. Tomoyo and all the rest of Sakura's friends are pretty much the same class. All they did was change teachers. Yep. Of course, there is the character Rika, who's in love with one of the teachers. Yeah, in love with the guy who's probably about 15 years older than you are, girl. Why the heck? Over here, that would not be allowed at all. My guess in Japan, it's okay. Well, for something like this, as long as it's not go inappropriate. Yeah. Oh, and Mizuki is the new teacher now. Yeah, last season she was a substitute teacher for the math. Now she's pretty much the homeroom teacher. Okay. And pretty much everybody's surprised about this, but they're all happy to see her. Yep. Now, is there a cloud card in this episode? Yes, there is. Basically, it is the Blizzard card. Yep. At one point, Mizuki was hinting at something might be falling, and it's the Blizzard card. Yep. She was hinting at that. So the Blizzard card basically spreads snow all over the place to the point where Toya, when he comes home, he asks for a towel because basically the first floor is covered with snow, lots of snow. So Sakura basically figures out, though, both her, Kiro, and Lee, it's a cloud card behind this, the Blizzard card. Yep. She's flying around trying to think anything, and all of a sudden her watch disappears, making her very angry. Because, well, the man she's got a crush on has the watch. Basically, the watch was lost. So she basically uses the fire card to pretty much eviscerate all the frickin' snow. Then she seals it up, and then Mizuki comes along, like, they seal it up, and then Mizuki comes completely out of nowhere in her Shrine Maiden outfit, gives Sakura back her watch. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, does this watch ever appear after this? No, it doesn't. It disappears right after this episode. There's no explanation exactly what happened to this watch. Maybe she decided to stop wearing it. That, or maybe the animators forgot she actually had a watch. Good episode. It's an okay episode. But I got the writing is actually very much improved. Next one. The show must go on. Yep. This episode, we have it where Tomoyo is preparing for a concert. And she's singing a solo part for a choir. I'm a choir, so yeah, but this is a children's choir. No, I never was in church. I'm in church choir. Yeah. Well, basically, she's practicing. Of course, Sakura's outside practically. A mysterious purple beam goes straight to the room where Tomoyo's practicing and steals her voice. So she has to spend the whole episode without her voice to the very end. And so she's taken home by her bodyguards. Her mother basically is understandably worried that her daughter's voice is gone. So she's basically able to stay home and she's able to basically say what she wants to say via by writing it down. Yep. So then Sakura and Lee decide to go over and pay her a visit. How nice of her to do. Sakura's probably been to her house a few times, so Lee, as far as I can tell, this is the first time he's ever been to her house. And of course, well, Lee meets Tomoyo's beautiful mother. Yep. And of course, well, while they're preparing some stuff, while she's off preparing tea, Tomoyo writes down and kind of tells Lee she notices that Lee is staring at her, implying that she might know that Lee is in love with Sakura. Yes, this is basically a plot point that will last for pretty much most of the rest of the series, with him being in love with her. Yeah, this started toward the end of season 1 in the show. I don't remember exactly when it happened in the manga because it's been a little bit since I read the manga. I had to read the manga before I started watching the show, so I understand who these characters are. Yep, and preparing tea, and of course they go off in their room, and then they figure out we gotta get her voice back, so use a sound card. Yep, use a sound card to bring in the voice card. Yep, and then she seals up. Tomoyo gets back her voice. Simple as that. Her mother is never seen again after this. She's only seen a couple times the whole episode. First, she coming home, worrying about Tomoyo, and of course, well, meeting up with Lee and Sakura, and of course, giving them tea. That's the last you see of her the whole episode. She doesn't even appear in the next few episodes because she makes very rare appearances in the series because she's president of a toy company, which that's actually pretty good for kids. Mm-hmm. Overall, really good episode. Next one, Very Strange Day. Yep, Sakura's group goes to a strawberry farm. Oh yeah, and Kira wants to bring up some strawberry dessert, so they go and pick strawberries, look up Akito basically. Holds first time he's ever held Sakura. Sakura basically blushes the fact that he's touching her hand. Shows how to pick strawberries, and then of course they go pair it, and then all of a sudden they go to the room where they're supposed to prepare the strawberries, and it's locked. They manage to get inside. Is there for this episode? Yes. The lock card. Yep. Eventually, the lock card is eventually defeated thanks to Sakura. Of course, this card goes straight to her anyways. And of course, you have a hilarious ending after they come in and they clean up the stuff. And also during the episode, this one I thought was really, really weird. Okay, yeah, you have Sakura hanging, looking for this Clo card all over this room. It's basically Lee, Sakura, Tomoyo, and Mei Ling all in this room, and she's like looking at some kind of inner catwalk and she kind of furls off, and then she looks out the window and Mizuki is sitting in a tree. Yeah, there's no explanation for this at all, why she just pops up like this. Yeah, but this is hinting at the next arc. This is hinting for toward the end of the actual end of the arc of the series, the end of the first arc of the season. Well, of the series, of course. Well, which will happen soon. Yep. But this is just a recurring plot through with her. Basically, there's something mysterious about her, and it's actually one of 2 times she actually interacts with Sakura's brother. Well, the other time is the very next episode. Yep. Episode where she gets sick. Yep. So she managed to get herself out of bed despite the fact she's very sick. Yeah. But she nearly falls over. She manages to get herself dressed, go downstairs. Doesn't act like her normal self. Even Tomoyo basically is. Toya is questioning like, okay, this is unusual for you. Are you sick? No, I'm perfectly fine. He said, no, you are sick. You should stay home. No, I don't want to worry about it. I worry about a poster. Yeah, a poster. And apparently it's due that very day. So she manages to go to school. I mean, her father kind of suspects something's going on with her, but it's not revealed at the very end of the episode. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, they manage to go to school, despite the fact it's raining. Yeah, they actually walk to school. And then, of course, she gets out of class, something's wrong with her, and then all of a sudden, Mizuki notices something's wrong with her, so she does something you don't see very often in the series. Her putting her forehead against her, just a little tap. Yep, she is got a fever. So, to my, basically, first by her last name, Mr. Damajo, take Sakura to the nurse's office. Take the nurse's office. Definitely confirms she got a fever, and she has to go home. Though the reason why she doesn't have Toya tell her father is because he basically is playing this shit for some time, but his excavation site he doesn't want her to cancel. She doesn't want him to cancel because she's sick. Mhm. Yep. So they had this brief exchange between Mizuki and Toya. He asks, "Why did she come back?" And she says, "I'll reveal that soon." And that's the interaction. It's nice to see these two interact because prior to this episode, these two very rare, like aside from like they ran into each other, these two have interacted maybe once prior to this episode, and it was like a brief like couple word exchange. It's like the Amherst do not want these two to talk to each other for some reason. I don't know why. So she goes home. Well, Toya gives her a piggyback ride back home, puts her in bed, goes for her food, and then all of a sudden she gets up because she checks a cloud card. Yes, a cloud card, which is a B plot in this episode. Yeah, the cloud card comes almost like halfway through the episode, and it's the cloud card. Yep. And eventually she decides to make a duplicate of herself just to make sure the Toya doesn't have to worry about her. Then they go out, and Toya, her best friend, is actually not out there, surprisingly, recording all this. So she's out there in her PJs and a sweater, while Lee and Mei Ling are in their normal Chinese like garb they usually wear in the series. They eventually help her defeat the Cloud card, which even she points out it looks almost exactly like the Rain card. Yeah, but it's a different card. Yeah, my guess is maybe the animators probably forgot to change that. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's particularly very weird to have two cards look almost exactly like. And eventually, of course, the card is sealed, and even though it goes initially to Lee, but Lee just gives it to Sakura. Though he still occasionally still blushes at her. They manage to get home, and she basically is still in bed, still ill. And then all of a sudden, her mother shows up. Yes, her dead mother. As sort of a spirit. And heals her. Yep, basically gets her fever down. And wakes up in the morning, she's mostly fine. She's still recovering. Then she goes to school, acts like a normal self. And that's very much the episode when it comes to that. And now comes the episode 40, The Dream a Little Dream. So, the main four characters, along with Kiro, decide to go shopping. Second series I've seen like this, where you have the characters go on a shopping trip. I do like the fact some series actually do this. It's fine. The only series I've seen do this is My Hero Academia. So they basically go shopping. They go to like a movie theater. We see like a little butterfly flying around. Yeah, this is the dream card. And then basically, Lee of course acts. Of course, they go see a romance movie, something even Lee has no interest in seeing, despite the fact he's forced to sit through it because Mei Ling is there. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Seeing through a movie like this probably would make me bored. Probably want to leave yeah, a movie like this would not make me interested at all. Probably have me just exit right away and have pay for the next movie. hmm And then all of a sudden, the dream car affects him for a bit, and then he goes inside, and he, of course, is in a dream. And he looks on the screen, he sees himself and Sakura, him giving her his cloud cards, and him possibly confessing his feelings for her. Yeah, this is going to place in the episode itself, but it does hit itself later. And then, of course, they said they go to Tokyo. And then, of course, Mei Ling's like, okay, we saw the movies, like, where do we go next? There's one place I want to go. Where they go? Tokyo Tower. A tower that's been hinted at very heavily in the series. Several times in Sakura's dream. Sakura tells Lee about it. Doesn't mention Mei Ling that this place has been seen like she had been here. Like, apparently. Now, here's something that's really weird. Like, as soon as she gets inside the building, the animation changes. So what it definitely looks like it's definitely a dream. Yeah, but not exactly. So, they go up there to the top. The hall's over, and of course everything's fine. Of course, this later reveals she actually collapsed as she got in the entrance. And then, of course, well, everybody acts pretty much normal. And then her brother and Yukito shows up. Despite the fact her brother's supposed to be at a soccer game. Yeah, even she probably thinks, yeah, this is weird. And then she, like, falls, and then she ends up in the dream she's been having since the start of the series. Her wearing this I like an outfit of the Cloud cards looking different. Yeah, this is probably a hint of the sequel series, Clear Card Arc, which I heard some of the one of the things of the series that all the Cloud cards go blank for some reason. I haven't read I haven't read the series yet to fully understand what the heck is going on with that. We do see that the woman that you see on top of Tokyo Tower is in fact Mizuki. Yep, she's there. Wearing different outfits she usually does, though she is seen later on in the episode. Though she's able to get out of the dream thanks to Lee activating the time card, though he nearly collapses, and of course Sakura steals the dream card, and then the dream card goes straight to Lee. And they decide to go get some fast food after that. Lee, of course, writes his name on the card, and, well, the episode ends with Mizuki on the very building that Sakura has her dream that she's on, and that's the episode. I'd say overall for these 5 episodes, the first one was actually a really good start for the season. Yeah, not a really bad episode. Not really, no. Is there any really weak episodes of these ones? Not really, no. Nothing's really weak. I would say that for this season overall, watching these episodes, it kind of feels that the rating has actually got much stronger this particular season than it was with the first season. But it's only the first 2 episodes. But I'll find out more when I get a chance to watch the next 6. Okay? So, yeah, that's it for this particular review. I still have a few more reviews I wanted to. I was planning to do a review next to My Hero Academia, but My Hero Academia did release a chapter this week. So, it's yeah, I forgot I was on hiatus. So, the only reviews planned for today is another Cardcaptor Sakura review. A review of news episode Fire Force, along with news chapter in the manga. I'll read that soon. And that's pretty much it when it comes to reviews today. I might do another one for Cardcaptor Sakura, but aside from that, that'll be pretty much basic about 3 or 4 videos, okay? But do see you next video. Bye.